Hey everybody. Okay, so this video is for you guys to be able to access the library, the online databases. So this video is going to be for both 207 and my 101 class. It's just easier. Y'all go to the same school. Why make the same video twice? Crap like that. Okay, so anyway, takes me a minute to kind of get there sometimes. So, okay. So I'm going to share my screen and then we're going to kind of go along with it, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is go to Lincoln's homepage. I know, so simple, so simple. For those playing the home game and not following along, that's lincoln.edu, okay? When you get there, you can scroll right on top of academics, just hover a bit and go to libraries, okay? That's right here, libraries. You'll click on it. Your computer will move faster than mine, okay? You'll see coronavirus questions over there. You'll see on the right-hand side within this section, Ask a Librarian, Catalog, LibGuides, A to Z list databases, okay? So the other thing that you might need to know is database login instructions. You may need your student ID or at least your student ID number, okay? So we're gonna go into that. The first one is the most popular and is most likely going to be what you're using for this particular class, whether you're in 207 or 101. The majority of you, okay, fuck it, all of you are not English majors, okay? Not a single one of you, because that's just my luck that I would not get an English major in my class, okay? So because of that reason, you guys are gonna go with Academic Search Ultimate. It's also referred to as Academic Search Premier, okay? So you'll give a good click on that. And then you're going to go to, shit, which one is it? Is it this one? See, this is why we have those instructions, because I forget. But I do need my ID. I thought I did this already this semester. Okay, so I'm glad that we're gonna do this together. Okay, so I have my ID right here. Super cool, right? With my ID number on the back. You're going to use the library barcode is your Lincoln ID number with a leading 0, okay? So whatever your number is, throw a 0 in front of it, okay? So let's see, and you're gonna do that to library ID. Let's make sure. Okay, let's try it out, shall we? We shall. So 0, and my last name, which is just so wonderful. And let's hope it works, because wouldn't that suck? Okay, so it brings you to something called EBSCOhost, AKA Academic Search Ultimate. Okay, so now, for my 101 friends, okay, my 101 babies, we're gonna try a lesson before dying. We're just gonna search general, okay, very general. And it didn't actually give us a lot, which is kind of great because that helps. So it gives you a lot of reviews. You have an academic journal here. Let's see, it has some magazines, some academic journals, some reviews. You do not click on the reviews, okay? They are not what you are looking for your outside sources. Okay, so for those of you that were looking for what is a man, this one would be good. And so with this one, let's see. Okay, Writing for Life, a lesson about manhood, communal responsibility. Okay, periodical just means that it was either magazine or newspaper. Okay, now if you were to pick one, okay, now this goes for anybody, we're gonna just pick this one, okay? If you see over here on the right-hand side, there's this cool little doodad link that says cite. If you click on that and scroll to MLA, look, there it is. This is the citation that you will post on your works cited page for a lesson before dying for this particular article. Okay, now that link, that site link is available with all of these articles, okay, which is great. Now, let's say that we want to not just look that up, Okay, so we're going to look up we want to look up Emily Dickinson, because I use the same thing for everybody, and death. Now, the next thing that I want to put is I want to make this as broad as I can, because if I just type those 3 particular terms, it's going to only look for those 3 terms. Okay, but I want it to be a broader search. So we're going to put in or. Okay, we're going to go to which one I think is the best. We're going to click this one if my mouse works. Okay, and then we're going to hit search. It might take a bit. You'll notice there's 98. Okay, and the question of giving death. So again, I can pick something based on that. I do suggest, if you want, to just click on academic journals. That's going to yield you your best results, okay, no matter what class you're in. Unless somebody tells you to look for like a periodical or something like that, but you can narrow it down that way. Okay, now let's try something for my 207ers. Okay, we'll do Dante's Inferno. Oops. Shit, this isn't working the way I want. Dante's Inferno, and then we're going to look at sins. Okay, there's nothing for sin or. So we'll search. Okay. Violence and Fraud and Inferno. Now this gives particular book references. Okay. This might be interesting. The Geography of Hell. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Now some of them you might actually have to really look for. So here on the left-hand side is the full PDF text. So you'd have to click on that to download it. Okay, that does occur occasionally. So it seems like this one is going to be about the actual physical geography of Dante's Inferno, the Dante's Hell that we go through, those circles of hell. Okay, so that would be a good one just to reference if that's something that someone chose maybe. Let's go back a little bit. Okay, so this is the database. Okay, in a nutshell, this is a database. You'll type in your topic. Okay, so I mean, I've done 3 at this point, but the idea is the more you can give, the more key terms that you can type into these boxes. Do not try, it's not a Google search. So do not write everything into one line, okay? If your Google search is, you know, for wrongfully convicted Black man. Sorry, I thought my kid woke up. For, you know, those 101ers that are doing lessons before dying. You're not going to type that all into one thing, okay? You'll put wrongfully convicted in one and then Black man in another, because it's 2 separate things, okay? It's not one, it's 2 separate ideas. It's that you're wrongfully convicted. You could also break it up to 3. Wrongfully convicted Black man, okay? So those could be 3 things. Wrongful or we'll try incorrect, because why not? And then conviction or sentencing or punishment. Okay, oh, Jesus. 50 Shades of Obey. Okay. So that does yield a few things, but there's still a lot. So now let's narrow it down. Okay. And then search. That brought us from 1,334 to 14 articles. Okay, so see how that can really help narrow it down. The more you give, the better the articles and the sources are that you're going to get. So that's something that you really, it takes some practice sometimes to kind of think of these keywords, because you have to think a little bit outside of the box. But these would be some good Good lessons to try. I don't know. Fuck it. It's 9 o'clock at night. I'm not with it. Okay, so that is essentially how you access the databases. I'm going to go to the next tab for a second. No, I'm good. Thank you, librarian lady. Okay. I like to make sure that my site is still sharing. So now there are a ton of databases, okay, that pertain to different things. So you will notice them most likely by the name. Okay, so algebra for those math folks, weird. A lot of the English side of things uses Academic Search Premier, EBSCOhost, or JSTOR, and occasionally Project Muse. That's where a lot of literary articles are. So articles that pertain to literature. So for those in 207, those might be places to go to. Let me just get there real fast. Where is it? JSTOR. Okay, so that's one for 207 that you might want when talking about these particular texts that you guys have: Medea, the Odyssey, Oedipus, Dante's Inferno, Hamlet, Beowulf. Okay, so JSTOR might be a better place than Academic Search Ultimate, but only because it's going to have more on those particular titles that are more in the area that you're looking for, okay? However, I will say those that are working with Genesis and the creation myth, JSTOR might not be the place for you to go. Academic Search Ultimate might be better, okay? Project Muse, if it even still exists. It doesn't. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's another literary one. Sorry, guys. Fucking tired. Anyway, okay, so this is how you get to the database. Go all the way back up to the top. All right, so you're going to start first at Lincoln's website, Lincoln's homepage. You'll hover over academics, click on libraries. On that right-hand side, right over here, A to Z databases. It probably would help to pull up that instructions if you've never logged in before. Get your ID number ready, okay? And then that's about it for the library. I think that's it. So I'm going to let you guys go, okay? I hope you enjoyed my 5-minute snippet of how to get to the library, during a pandemic. All right, so I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Bye, guys.